No, we last Anubak, 10th Anubak. Oh, you want to come on this? Oh, sorry. So time. ওখানে কেউ আছে? Okay. Namaste. Can you hear me? David? Namaste, namaste. Welcome. David, can you hear me? Yeah, okay. Okay. So we'll start. So today we start with our prayers as usual. My computer is a bit slow, so excuse me for that. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. Shannu Mitra Shamvarunaha Shannu Bhavatvaryama Shanna Indro Brihaspatihi Shanno Vishnurukramaha Namo Brahmane Namaste Vayo Tvameva Pratyaksham Brahmasi Tvameva Pratyaksham Brahma Vadishyami Ritam Vadishyami Satyam Vadishyami Tanmamavatu Tadvaktaram Avatu Avatu Mam Avatu Vaktaram Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om. So we are studying Taittiriya Upanishad. So Vedanta, as we know, it is eternal. And eternal, why eternal? Because this question is eternal. Answers also should be eternal. So we can start with the same story, but in a new garb. The same story, that story of a lion and its cub. So today I came to know about Lion King. Lion King. So let us start with that. Lion King, there the story is a bit different. Not that it was raised among lambs, but the cub, that means Shimba, Shimba was like entrapped in a plot by his uncle. His father told not to go somewhere, but his uncle instigated him to go there, and trouble was there. That we know, the story. Lion King. But what he felt within, he felt that I just can't wait to be king. That was his feeling. But still he was young and he had to grow. And for that he had to prepare. And he had to wait till he comes the maturation. And then comes, he was taught by one thing is called Hakuna Matata. Hakuna Matata. No, not to worry. Troubles will come, so everything is okay. But that should not be there. Because the spark is within us. Hakuna Matata is not enough. So when he was challenged, he thought, and even people came to him that, or it, whatever you say, that you are not ordinary. You are the king. Because by that time, its father passed away. So he said, no, I am not king. Then a water pot also was brought. See there, your face. So though this seed is always within us, that we can't wait. And we can't wait to be a king. This feeling is all the time within us. But still something impediment comes, and we are used to this world. and we are like we become in the system. Not we don't want to go beyond the system, because that requires challenge, that requires courage. So that is why Hakuna Matata, it tries to suppress us down. But what happens when evidences come one by one? People come and tries to convince him. And at last, endless night is over, and he also feels that love for others, so that if he can help to support others, so that enough food is there, enough water is there, so that love comes to it. So he lives in you. So first, in the beginning, that he goes to a starry night, and in that night, his father says that they live in you. What all those stars, they are actually your forefathers. They live in you. But that time it did not click to him. Later, that was there. Then he realized when that starry night comes again, so endless night comes again, but he realizes he lives in you. That means his father, his forefathers. That means, so when a water pot or like a means for reflection was brought before it or him, whatever you say, then he realizes that he lives in you, your father lives in you. So same story but different rendition. So here also we have the same story, that though we see varieties, but in reality it is all one. This realization comes with penance, with enough effort, and also waiting for that opportune time. So in Taittiriya Upanishad, we have already studied Brahmananda Balli and Bhrigu Balli. And this is Bhrigu Balli, the last Dasham Anuvak. This is to realize that this diversity is not many. It is the same reality, but expressed in a different way. So it starts with Nakanchana Vasatu Pratyachakshita. And we have studied other things where na annam na nindyat. This anna should not be hated, rather it should be supported, it should be bahu kurvita. And then that Bhrigu there, the pancha, 5 sheets of existence, annamaya, pranamaya, manomaya, vijnanamaya, anandamaya. So all this we have studied. Then Anandam Brahmeti Vejanat. Ananda is the supreme Brahman. He comes to know. Anandadheva khalvimani bhutani jayante. Because from Ananda comes existence, this existence, whatever we see. And it remains in Ananda. Anandena jatani jivanti. Anandam prayant visham vishantiti. And it merges in Ananda. So this is Bhargavi Varuni Vidya. And then Annam Nanindyat. His vow is that he should not deprecate food. The vital force is verily food. Because whenever we hate something, whenever we deprecate, that means we limit ourselves. That should not be there. So therefore, one should increase annam. Annam bhav kurbita. His vow is that he should make food plentiful. Earth is food, space is the ether of food, space is placed in the earth is placed in space. Thus, one food is lodged in another food. He who knows thus that one food is lodged in another gets firmly established, listed, established. He becomes a possessor of an eater of food. He becomes great in progeny, cattle, and the lustre of holiness, and great in glory. That time it was the measure. What? The progeny, great in progeny. Mahan bhavati, anand annavan nado bhavati, mahan bhavati, he becomes great. So, the knower of Brahman, he becomes great. And not only that, he possesses everything. He possesses everything. We can see Sri Ramakrishna. So Sri Ramakrishna, though penniless, but actually we are children of Sri Ramakrishna. He has big family than ordinary families. And he has many resources. See, like in California, we have one land, 2,200 acres. So he is a big, like, jamindar. Mahan bhavati prajaya pashubhir brahma varchasena. Not only that, his glory is not confined in 1 century, but his glory will go on. So he is not limited. Mahan kirtya iti navamodhukhe. After this, now comes one very important aspect. After realizing and possessing everything, so the knower of self, how he should react with others, that is very important. If he is like aristocrat, he on 7th stories, and he is sitting there ivory tower, that is not the thing. Rather, one should help others. And this is the basis of hospitality, basis of hospitality. In India, or here in the Upanishad also, Atithi Devo Bhava. Not only Pitri Devo Bhava, father is God, Matri Devo, mother is God, Atithi Devo Bhava. Atithi, that means the guest is divine. So this is for hospitality, to help others. If I am good, but I am not helpful to others, so what is the glory? There is no glory. Rather, one should spread one's helpfulness to others. So this is hospitality. Here, the Shankaracharya says, or Acharya, he says this is Atithya Upadesha. Atithya Upadesha. That means instruction for becoming hospital. That means to help others, to support others. So 10th chapter, though we have gone a little, but let us start from here. Na kanchana vasato pratyachakshita tadbratam. That means one should take this vow. If someone approaches you for food or shelter, first shelter, you should not deny him. Rather, it should be given. In India, that was practiced. For anyone would go and stay with anyone. This way, people would go from one place to another. And the bad side of it is this, that invaders came, they also were invited. Okay, come. And that way, India had to suffer slavery. But still, India is not defeated. That still is going on. Rather, India enriched itself and lots of cultures, various cultures came. They tried to loot the country and kill in millions. And Swamiji said this. The invaders came from various places for or umpteen number of times various invaders came India. They killed in millions. They looted almost everything. But again, India regenerated. And see, the last century of 1947, Britishers left. Now India has gone past to British. Now India is fourth economy. And not only that, for helpfulness, whenever India grows for others. So, this principle is not defeated. People may say that, what is the advantage? Why you are helping others at the cost of yourself? But still it is valid. That's a Atithi Devo Bhava. And Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. Ayam Nijaha Paroveti. This is mine, that is somebody else's. Gananam Laghu Chetasam. This is only the small-minded people think this way. Udara Charitanantu Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. For liberated mind, when the whole world is my relative, this idea should be there, and this is there. And this whole world is like nest. There all are welcome. So if we have this liberal attitude, then we can thrive. So, na kanchana vasato. His vow is that he should not refuse anyone come for shelter. And when somebody comes for shelter, what should he do? He should also provide food. That is the next. So his vow is that he should not refuse anyone come for shelter. Therefore, one should collect plenty of food by whatsoever means he may. And one should collect food for the further reason that, not that he should steal food from others. What is the meaning here? That one should gather food, produce food, and give for others. Many people, such people are there, they wait for Atithi. Atithi means without any date, without any information, people come. So that is Atithi. They say food is ready for him. So anybody comes, yes, food is, come. I have seen a family in Gujarat. So that there is a society, and all other families, they have taken loan and they have constructed their house. But this person lives in a rented house. So I asked, why didn't you take loan to construct your own house? Says, Swamiji, we live in this house, and the owner of this house always curses his father. That my dad has left this, and this is not good, this is this, and this is this, all the time. So what we have done, we have informed people, whatever you want, you take from our house. Even a fridge or anything that you want, you can take it. I was amazed. And he was sincere. We monks, we cannot say this. We have so much, affinity with something. This is mine. How dare you could take this? So we ask. But that person, he said, Swamiji, nothing will remain with me, and we have decided we will not have children, and anything anybody wants to take from our house, they are free to take. So this is that attitude. So they say food is ready for him because he offers cooked food in his early age with honor. Food falls to his share in the early age with honor. So that means here what is being said? Tasmat yaya kaya cha vidhaya vauhannam prapnuyat. Aradhyasma annamitya chakshate etadvai mukhato annam radhyam. So if you give something to others, it will come to you. You know, this world is very strange. If you try to grab, rather people are alienated. We can see here. So word is tariff. But but anyway, that is beyond our subject. But this happens. If you want to grab, people also are alienated and they don't want to connect with you. But if you are open and generous, then people also are open to you. So this is the principle. Because he offers cooked food in his early age. Early age means here the both ways we can take with honor. He offers honor. Food falls to his share in the early age with honor. So here both the words are taken. Etadvai mukhato annam radhyam. Mukhato means here either early age and also with honor. So both words are, both meanings are taken. Because he offers food in his middle age with medium courtesy, food falls to his share in his middle age with medium honor. Because he offers food in his old age with scant esteem, food falls to his share in old age with scant consideration. To him who knows thus comes to the result as described. So what is the point here? If you, even dog, we are to honor dog or cattle or anything. You know, in Indian system, it's cow. Not many people have dogs or cats. What they have? Cows. But what they are eating, they feed to cow also. And cow is like Lakshmi. You know, they always support the, even if family is suffering from something, you know, cows weep. Amazing. So, what I'm saying, I'm not talking about cows. What I'm saying, even cows or even dogs or cats, we are to treat them with honor. That is important. So if we honor someone, naturally they honor us. So that is what the principle is. Brahman is to be meditated on as preservation in speech. So whatever we talk about, it should not be harsh. Holy Mother never used harsh words. You know, this is a discipline one should practice in our lives. And some people talk loudly. No need of talking loudly. Rather, if you are soft spoken, it looks like he is a weak person, but not. Who can control senses, control modulations, even voice, he is a strong person. Only those who are weak, they shout. So anyway, a Brahman is to be meditated on as preservation in speech, as acquisition and preservation. That means yoga and kshema. Yoga, kshema. Ya evam veda kshema iti vachi. Kshema means what? Two things are there. Yoga and kshema. Yoga means whatever we do not have, we acquire. So that's yoga. If you don't have a TV, you are buying a TV or a computer. That's yoga. And kshema means whatever you have, you have to protect well, maintain well. Kshema iti vachi, yogaksham iti pranapa apanaya. Prana and apan. Pranavayu, apanavayu. So as preservation in speech, as acquisition and preservation in exhaling and inhaling, as action in the hands. So, gati riti padayo, karmeti hastayo. Whatever one is doing, one should think that I am doing brahmarpanam, brahmahavi, brahmagnu, brahmanahutam, brahmaivatena, gantavyam, brahma karma, samadhina. And even Bhagavan said in Gita, Bhagavan said that karma brahmodbhavam vidhi, brahmakshar samudbhavam. So from akshara came Brahman, Brahma, karma brahmodbhavam vidhi. So from Brahma, karma has come out. This is the system. That means it has come from ultimate truth. So karma itself is Brahman. It is only expression of same divinity. And even another shloka is there. Sahayajñāha prajaha srishtva purovacha prajapati. Prajapati means Brahma, the creator, the firstborn. So what he did, he created this world with yajna. Saha yajñāha prajaha srishtva purovacha prajapati. He said in the beginning. Said means here, he set the principle. What he said? Sahayagya prajasishta purovacha prajapati anena prasavashuddham esha tishtha kamaduk. This is like milching cows. If you want to earn something, you have to work. Anything can be achieved through work. Even for contemplation or meditation, one has to work for it. So that is karma. Karma is very important. Karmeti hastayoho. So when we have hands, as Swamiji said, that we have hands to work. Whatever avenues that we have to use it. We have heads to understand, to know. And we have heart to feel. So all these are to be used. Then only we can progress in our life. So gatiriti padayo. And we have feet. So wherever we go, we have to think pradakshina shamamari. That means when we are circumambulating something or we go somewhere, we have to think that I am circumambulating the Divine Mother or the divinity. Vimukti riti payu. And vimukti, that means when we release something, so it is like payu, the excreting something whenever we are leaving something. That as action in the hands, as movement in the feet, discharge in the anus, these are meditations on the human plane. So whatever is being done, it is connecting with the divinity. Then follow the divine ones. Brahman is to be meditated on as contentment in rain. So as rain happens, what happens? Then one produces food. So that's a contentment also. Satisfaction. So Atha Devihi. Now, say, we have three kinds of, whatever we do, three kinds: Sattvic, Rajasic, and Tamasic. Here, Devi. Devi means whatever shines forth. Deva, Dhyotanavan, that shines, whatever shines, the principle, that is Devi. Triptiriti Vrishto. Tripti means satiation, the sense of enough, satisfaction, sense of satisfaction. Triptiriti Vrishto. So when rain comes, that we have to think it is like this. And also it is showering grace. Balamiti Vidduti. And we see lightning. It is expression of strength. That is why we say when Vajra, Indra has got a Vajra, that is very powerful weapon. So these are meditation on human plane. Then follow the divine ones. Brahman is to be meditated on as contentment in rain, as energy in lightning. So these are various meditation to see the divine in all expressions, in all manifestations. Now comes Yasha iti Pashushu, Jyotir iti Nakshatreshu. So Pashu, the animal, that time it was not printed money. How much resources that you have. If you have many cattle, head of cattle, how many cattle you have. So he is like 20,000, 10,000. So that was the standard of their honor. Yasha iti Pashushu. So Brahman is to be worshipped as fame in beasts, as light in the stars. Even say sun is also a star. So light in the stars, as procreation, immortality, and joy in the generative organ, as everything in space. So it is not to put our attention there, rather we have to see that it is the expression of the divinity. It's not something other than that. One should meditate on that Brahman as great, thereby one becomes great. So one should meditate on the Brahman as great. As we think, so we become. So if we think, Yo yatha mam prapaddante tangs tataiva bhajamaham. Bhagavan said in Gita, whatever way we worship God, we get the same results. It's not that he's sitting and dispensing. No. We uplift ourselves. If I think good of others, sarve bhavantu sukhinaha, sarve santu niramaya, sarve bhadrani pashyantu ma kaschid dukvag bhavet. Sarve bhavantu sukhina. Let all be happy. Sarve santu niramaya. Let all be free from diseases. Let all see what is auspicious. And no one should be part of any affliction. This thinking itself uplifts. It's not that this thought may or may not. Nobody can say for surety that it is helping. Maybe it is helping because it is unity. But first thing is upliftment here. So good thoughts, even nowadays it is admitted, good thoughts is helpful. Even for a person who is engrossed in body sense, the idea of body. So this good thoughts will improve your being. So, Jyotiriti nakshatra sarvamityakashe tat pratishthe tupasita pratishthavan bhavati. So, whatever we see pratishtita, see like you can see a picture, say it's here, see a picture, but we honor as God. By honoring this, we become God. Okay. You go to gym, and what is there? In gymnasium, what is there? Not that gym. Gymnasium. There are barbells, there are dumbbells. Our 82 years young girl goes there and she lifts 10 times or pushes 20 times and she is working very hard. So nothing happens to those. Dumbbells or barbells are dumps. But what happens? Muscles are created here. Similarly, when we offer something, when we respect something, we are uplifted. Sarvam ityakashe. Everything is in akasha. Everything in space. See, we are not separated from God. Should I prove this? Okay. You are sitting. Where are you sitting? On the ground. Where is that ground? On earth. Where is that earth? In space. Where is that space? In the universe. Where is the universe?
In my mind.
Where is your mind? It is God. Ultimately, it is God. So we are all the time connected. Even your mind depends on you. So you are that same self. So sarvam ityakashe. There is a shloka also. I am not telling just like this. Prithvi tvaya dhrita loka devi tvam vishnuna dhrita. O Prithvi, O Mother Earth, you are holding me and you are held by Vishnu. Tam cha dharang mam nityam pavitram kuruchasanam. So because you are holding me, my asana and everything is pure. Because Vishnu is connected. So, it is like this. A lightning rod, when it is connected with the earth, no harm will happen to the house. Similarly, if we are connected with God all the time, how can harm befall on us? It cannot. Sarvam ityakasha. So everything is in space. Space means in that reality. Tat pratishthet upasita pratishthabhan bhavati. If you worship him as pratishtha, as established, pratishtha, one should that Brahman is great. That Brahman as the support. Brahman is to be worshipped as fame in beasts, as light in stars, as procreation, immortality, and joy in the generative organ, as everything in space. One should meditate on that Brahman as the support. Thereby, one becomes supported. One should meditate, so one becomes supported. If you support something, you are supported. One should meditate on that Brahman as great. Thereby, one becomes great. Tam tatha yathopasate tadeva bhavati. Whatever you worship, you become that. Okay. One should meditate on it as thinking. Thereby, one becomes able to think. Mana. Tan maha ityupasita mahan bhavati. Tan mana ityupasita manavan bhavati. Mind. What is mind? Mentation. You can think. So if you can think, see, even this we are thinking. Thinking uplifts. So if you think, then what happens? Thinking capacity increased. Now people avoid thinking. Now it is social media, very quickly browsing. So thinking is going, but thinking is very important. By thinking, we can become divine. Then thinking stops. Then what remains? That remains. One should meditate on it as bowing down, thereby the enjoyable things bow down to one. Yeah. Tannama uttupasita. When you offer, say Sri Ramakrishna, what Sri Ramakrishna said. If you are lowly, like water is collected in lowly place. If you are lowly, then everything comes to you. What Jesus said. Those who are poor in spirit, they will be saved. They are divine. So poor in spirit does not mean that, oh, everything is gone. Not like this, we think. Humility. Cultivating that that here, tannama, naman. Naman means salutation. In Bhagavad Gita it is said, Tadviddhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya. Know him by 3 ways. Tadviddhi pranipatena. First is humility. Submit yourself. Totally submit. Otherwise, knowledge will not come. If I know better than the teacher, then knowledge will not come. So first thing is humility. Then second is tadviddhi pranipatena, pariprashnena. Pariprashna means question. Pariprashna means whatever is, you are asking a question to know, not for just asking sake. Question should be, as sometimes people ask question, the answer is already known. Okay, so just to try the teacher, question is asked. So, just out of this, I'll tell you. We went to a coffee roaster and we selected a coffee roaster. So, the person who went with me then came and said, Swami, can I make a cup of coffee for you? So I said, this is not a question, this is the answer. Yes, you do. So that's not, this is humility, that's a different issue. But generally, we know the answer, but we ask. That is not the way. Whatever we do not know, that we have to ask. That's a pariprashna. Tadviddhi pranipatena, pariprashnena. And third, service. Very important. Then only gurus, they open up. Otherwise, let him. Then what happens? Guru also thinks, let him. So anyway, tadviddhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya. Upadikshanti te jnanam jnaninas tattvadarshina. Then it is bounden duty for such a person who knows the truth, that he should impart that truth with you. So bowing down is very important. Thereby, the enjoyable things bow down to one. That means you are receptive. Then things will come. If you are not receptive, even knowledge. If we want to know something, even we search. That search is like offering submission. When we search something, actually I have submitted to that knowledge. Knowledge will come. One should meditate on it as the most exalted, thereby one becomes exalted. One should meditate on it as Brahman's medium of destruction, thereby the adversaries and envy such a one die, and so do the enemies, whom this one dislikes. So it is like this. If you don't like untruth, not that you are envious with someone, If you don't like untruth, untruth will not come to you. And whatever a Brahmagyani utters, that happens. Because he has tuned himself with truth. See, it is like this. A scientist sees everywhere it's the same matter. Because he has trained his mind like that. So ignorance cannot come. Similarly, a Nwara Brahman, whenever he sees, everywhere he sees God. So ungodliness will die down. Thereby, the adversaries that envy such a one die, and so do the enemies whom this one dislikes. So even enemies, they cannot see like this. Bhagavan Buddha was going, and people said, please don't go that way. Why? There is a robber, it's called Angulimal, and he's collecting the fingers whom he kills. So he has killed many, and he has put a garland of fingers. That's why the name is Angulimal. So people told Bhagavan Buddha, please don't go that way, because that robber is there, and he'll rob you and he'll kill you. He said, don't worry, I know. And he went there. And Angulimal, such a robber and such a cruel person, he could not stand before him. And gradually he fell down at his feet. So you may say this is a story, mythology. And devotees have created this just to glorify their Guru or Buddha. This happened in Ramakrishna Leela also. Girish Chandra Ghosh. And he said, I am such a person, there is nothing that no bad things that I have not committed. Everything he has done. But it is Sri Ramakrishna. In front of him, he became like a servant. Like a snake charmer. So Sri Ramakrishna is a snake charmer, and Girish Chandra Ghosh was like a snake, and he submitted himself totally. And he used to think that I am a very clever person. But what happened? Sri Ramakrishna said, okay, you cannot chant the name of God, you cannot do japam, fine, no problem. Submit yourself, give power of attorney to me. And he gave. And he thought he has won. But later, he was defeated. So this is like this. Okay. It is Brahma's medium. One should meditate on it. It is a Brahma's medium of destruction. Thereby, the adversaries that envy such a one die, and so do the enemies whom this one dislikes. It's like a darkness. If you lit a light, darkness dies. Swamiji came here, Swami Vivekananda, and he spread this knowledge. Lots of his opponents were there. But where are they now? Not only that, they wanted to kill Swamiji, Swami Vivekananda. And Sri Ramakrishna appeared before him. He said, don't drink that coffee. It's full of poison. So, no harm. Only thing, yes, we have to go through a strenuous period. And that emboldens you. That gives strength. It's not weak. Cocoons. If you help cocoons to cut the outer shell, then it becomes weak. That struggle must be there. Any struggle is not bad. So struggle, Swamiji had to struggle. Not to blame Sri Ramakrishna, why he put him such strenuous environment. That was important. That is why we are also inspired. And parimriyante means merges. No, that will come later. Okay. It is Brahma's medium of destruction. Thereby, the adversaries that envy such a one die. So do the enemies whom this one dislikes. Pariyenam mriyante dvishantah sapatnaha pariye priya bhratribhyah sa yaschayam purushe yaschasa vaditya sa ekaha. Now comes. Why it is so? He that is here in the human person and he that is there in the sun are one. This is the final truth, that he who is here and that who is in sun, that means everywhere. This is one, it's not many. One is manifesting as many. Parimriyante asmin pancha devataha vidyut vrishti chandrama aditya agni ityeta ato vayuhu parimara. So merges, everything merges in him. Yaschayam purushi yaschasa vaditya sa ekaha. That is one. Saya evam vit. Asman lokat pratya etam annamayam atmanam upasankramya. So then what happens? Sa ya evam vit. He who knows this, he who knows thus, attains after desisting from this world. Everything becomes worship for him. Whatever he does, as in Bhagavad Gita, the instruction is given. The instruction is given like this: Yat karoshi, yadashnasi, yad juhosi, dadasi yat tapasvasi kaunteya tat kurushya madarpanam. Whatever you do, whatever you eat, whatever you give, whatever you donate, whatever you finance, that you do, everything you do, only offer that to me. But when he becomes perfected in this, then everything is him, everything is God. So he who knows thus attains, after desisting from this world, this self made of food, after attaining this self. So now comes how he transcends all. First he realizes this is full of matter. He transcends that. Asman lokat pratya etam annamayam atmanam upasankramya. So this pranamaya, annamayam atmanam, this is annamaya. That is nourished by food, annamaya. So he transcends that. Etam pranamaya atmanam upasankramya. And whatever activities that we are doing, that's because of prana. That also he transcends. Etam pranamaya atmanam upasankramya. Etam manomaya atmanam upasankramya. Then we are thinking, meditation. He transcends that also. It's not that it is already there. Only thing he disowns. He realizes. Even every day we do. When we go to sleep, can you think, oh, I have this height and I have this much of weight and I have to eat less so that I am not heavy. All this, you cannot think. Then you cannot sleep. So first you have to segregate yourself from your bodily awareness. Every day we do. Then you don't think about going, coming, etc., because then also you cannot sleep. Then you cannot think that, he's my enemy, or so many thoughts are coming, and this and that. You cannot think. Then you cannot sleep. You are you have to submit totally to that state where you are negating all this. The same thing is happening here. It's not something extraordinary happening. Etam pranamaya atmanam, but what is happening is final. We come back. We put dirt again on us. And again we are the same people. We are mad for food. Even today I heard somebody was telling that a person is going from here to Japan to eat Japanese food. And then I came to know that yes, Swami, that is, Japanese food is not available here. How they do it's a next level. So I came to know, okay, very good. So food, annam, people give importance. We're not denying, let them enjoy whatever they like. But the thing is, how much one can eat? And how many things? And when I see, is the manifestation of same thing, rice or the wheat in different combination, in different vegetables. Same thing in different manifestation and avatar. But we hanker for it. Oh, let me eat this. So, etam pranamaya atmanam upasankramya. Prana, we like it. We don't want to die. We don't understand. I'm not able to breathe. So please do something so that I can breathe. But we transcend that also. Etam manomayam atmanam upasankramya. That we do when we go from sleep to deep sleep. We leave it. Etam vijnanamayam atmanam upasankramya. That time also. So it is similar to our deep sleep, but it is being done consciously. We go to deep sleep unconsciously, come out unconsciously. And Swami Vivekananda said very well. He said, a fool goes into deep sleep, comes out as a fool. But a wise person goes to samadhi, even fool goes to samadhi, he comes out as a wise person. So, etam anandamayam atmanam upasankramya. Iman lokan kamanni kama rupyanu sancharan. Etat sam gayanyasti. Okay, he who knows thus attains after desisting from the world. This self made of food, after attaining this self made of food, then attaining the self made of vital force, then attaining this self made of mind, then attaining this self made of intelligence, then attaining this self made of bliss, and roaming over these worlds with command over food as will, and command over all forms at will, he continues singing this Sama song. Gayan nasti. Iman lokan kamanni kama rupyanu sancharan. Etat sama gayante. Then he is full of joy. Then what he does? Ha-u, 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 ahamannam, 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 ahamannada, ahamannada, ahamannada. So there is no word then left. He is full of joy, floating in joy. So then he starts singing like this. And Sri Ramakrishna said, it's a wife, he said, that time it happens, Eki, what is this? What is this? In English that's not right translation. Eki means he is full of wonder. In Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan said, this self is seen as wonder. this self is heard as wonder. And those who see and hear, those are also wonderful. So, and such a person is also wonder. So this is, okay, so today's time, and we'll, next time we'll complete this Upanishad. But this Upanishad is very wonderful, very nice Upanishad. All Upanishads are good, but this is simple, that we start chanting in the beginning. We say our prayer. Is there any question?
What Upanishad are you reading?
Taittiriya Upanishad. Very good, at least you have asked. Taittiriya Upanishad. Yes, good. And not to shy away asking questions. Even silly questions, doesn't matter. Very important. When you have urge to know, all questions are valid. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tatsat. Sri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu. Jai Sri Guru Maharaj Ji ki Jai. Jai Mahamai ki Jai. Jai Swami Ji Maharaj Ji ki Jai. Because that question happens because we have that, and we cannot stop waiting. I just can't wait to be king. That idea is there. Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you all. Jai Ma. Jai Ma. Mark, thank you. Thank you, David.